A samba to bop. Are you for real? That's it. I'm done. I'm done. Hey guys, it's your girl Ayesha, and today I am dishing up your Strictly Slice, and I'm sorry, but can we just have a moment? Who the hell is picking the music on Strictly? Who the hell told you that bop was a suitable tune for a samba? Please, come on, don't insult me now. Listen, I am a little bit precious when it comes to samba music, right? Because I've mentioned this before, I used to be a samba drummer back in the day. So traditional samba music was my thing and always and forever will be. I don't agree with doing a samba to bop. It just looked wrong. It just sounded wrong. I just didn't like it. But anyway, I don't normally start these videos off on such a negative note, but it got on my nerves. Anyway, I hope that you're all enjoying Strictly Come Dancing despite the crazy music choices. I most certainly am, and of course I love it when you guys get involved with my videos, so please do drop a comment down below. I would love to know who your best, worst and best dressed performers were. I'm gonna say this right now off the bat, I am in no way a professional dancer, okay? I do not have those kind of credentials, but what I do have is an opinion, like everybody else. So I know that when you guys are sitting at home watching this, you're all there gabbering and putting your 2 pence in. I'm just kind of doing it here so that you guys can join in with me. So I don't feel like I'm just talking to myself at home. So yeah, I would love to know your thoughts. Now I just tend to talk about my favourites of the night, my least favourite of the night and the best dress. I don't have time to talk about absolutely everybody. So I would love to know, especially if your favourites differ from mine, definitely drop them down below so we can have a little discussion. If you're new to my channel, then thank you very, very much for joining me. And if you like what you see by the end of this video, then do consider subscribing. Okay, first things first, let's just talk about one of my absolute favourites, Ashley and Pasha. That contemporary dance was just beautiful. Now, I didn't used to be a big fan of contemporary dance. I wasn't, but Strictly is kind of making me like it. Like, I'm really starting to appreciate the art form. And I think that because obviously it had a lot of meaning to her, this particular dance had a lot of meaning, which she already expressed in the video beforehand. So it kind of gave that extra element of storytelling and you could really sort of feel where she was coming from. I thought that the lifts were absolutely beautiful. And what I really enjoyed was how expressive that her face was. I thought that she was acting really, really well. In fact, I don't think she was even really acting. I think she was just emotional and it was just really, really nice to see. And Pasha as well, like Pasha really joined in with the facial expressions. Like I was just fully believing that entire story. Judges gave it 9, 10, 10, 10. I actually gave it an 8. And now I'm thinking, have I undermarked her? You probably think I've undermarked her, but I don't know, I gave it an 8. I really, really enjoyed it. But I think that there could have been room for a little bit more. So yeah, I gave it an 8. Don't shoot me. My next favourite was Lauren and AJ. Oh my goodness. How adorable were they? Like, oh, they just melted my heart. They absolutely melted my heart. I think that Lauren has really become a proper dancer now. She's really coming into her own. And this was just an absolute joy to watch. And I totally get what Craig was saying when he was saying how it looked like this was her dancing for the first time. I totally understand and agree with what he means. You know, like she just seemed so free, so carefree, you know, not thinking about anything else in the world but this little bubble of her and AJ. And I'm gonna say this was a very romantic piece. Like they got close. Like I was a little bit like, you gonna put each other down or but seriously, I was all in favour for it. It was absolutely stunning Viennese waltz. There was a part as well right at the beginning where AJ just gave the most beautiful smile as she kind of like wrapped her hand around his face, and oh, like I've just rewound that part so many times because it fills me with so much emotion. Oh, I loved it. I thought it was gorgeous. Judges gave it 8, 8, 9, 9. I also gave it an 8. I thought that it was a beautifully done routine. I know I've said that 1,000 times already, but I'm saying it again. It was gorgeous. Now we come on to my favourites of the evening. I've got to give it to Charles and Karen. They have just come back from the 25 club and ended up with, was it 35? I think it was 35 points what they got. Seriously though, that Charleston, oh my gosh, that was fire. I absolutely love the concept of the routine. I thought that their outfits were super duper cute. I wasn't keen on Karen's hair though, I have to say. I'm not quite sure why it was like cut so short and like the bob was like here. Like I wasn't really a fan of that. But hey, that's just obviously the style what they were going for. But I loved their like sort of overalls outfit, and when they came down cleaning the windows, like, oh man, it was just wicked. I actually thought they were going to be doing it to when I'm cleaning windows, but then it turned into no diggity, and I was like, okay, I'm here for that. And can we just talk about that one-arm cartwheel as well? Like, I haven't seen one of those, I think, since, what, was it Danny and Oti? When they did their Charleston, they did a one-arm cartwheel together. That was amazing. But yeah, no, amazing. Really, really, really well done. The lifts were fantastic. His face full of expression, but then, you know, he is an actor, so, you know, you don't expect anything less. But yeah, fantastic. And I gave it a 10. I know that nobody else did, but I didn't care. I loved it. I was sold on that. I gave it a 10. And I know you're probably going to think that I've overmarked them, but you know what? I really don't care. I was just so happy watching that, and I watched it again and again and again. Loved it. Judges gave it 8, 9, 9, 9, so I wasn't really far off. One thing I will say though, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I certainly did. Karen looked a bit forlorn afterwards. Like when it was over, like she hugged him, she kissed him, and then like, I don't know, she just looked a little bit down. And even when they went upstairs to go and talk to Claudia, like she just had this kind of like, I don't know, this sort of like somber attitude. I just wonder, is she all right? I don't know. But anyway, regardless, I'm just so glad that they got the marks that they deserved. Now we come to my least favourite dance of the night. Okay, so I think I'm kind of in two minds here. I'm still not entirely decided on who I thought was the worst, because let's face it, the dances haven't actually been bad. See, Danny, I think he was just a little bit too jerky, and this has just become a recurring theme with him. Like he wasn't as fluid as he needed to be in the samba. Like when you're doing a samba, like you have to be, you know, light and bouncy and, you know, just have a nice sort of flow, and I felt like it was there in places, but then it was a little bit on the kind of slightly robotic side. I know he doesn't mean to do it, it's just the way that he is in it, because he does it in like almost every single dance. It lacked something for me. I think it was just a lack of fluidity, and it kind of sort of made me give a slightly lower mark. Judges gave it 6, 7, 7, 7. I also gave it a 6. I think in general, I agreed with Craig on like pretty much all of the dances. My score tended to match his, but yeah, I don't know. I wasn't quite feeling it. That being said, I also wasn't feeling Joe and Diane's samba either. And I know I'm probably going to get penalized for that because everybody loves Joe. But listen, I'm not saying that the guy is a bad dancer, because he's not. I think that he has definitely grown into a fantastic dancer. I am not denying that. The song choice jarred me like no tomorrow. But I was trying to not take that into account, right? I was thinking, no, forget the song, just watch the dance, And I don't know, I thought it was all right. I thought it was good. I thought it was better than Danny's. But I also really disliked their outfits as well. I thought their outfits were so garish, and it just didn't look very nice. So coupled with the music and the outfit choices, like, I don't know. It left me in a bit of a kerfuffle, just trying to decide like which I didn't like the most or the least. I agree though that he did have a lot of bounce, and he definitely made it apparent that he can bounce. Even Bruno picked up on that, because I was a bit like boing, boing, boing. Yes, we know you can bounce. I mean, I gave it the same score as Craig. I gave it a 7, and Darcy and Shirley gave it an 8, and Bruno went a little bit over the top, I think, and gave it a 9. I thought it's a bit much. And then we come to Graham and OT. Now, normally I am all over Team Groti. You guys already know that. But in this routine, see, again, I'm on the fence because I know that he did put a lot of effort and a lot of energy into it. I know that, right? I'm not taking that away from him. You guys know that I love Graham. I'm not taking it away from him at all, right? But I just thought it was just a workout DVD to some salsa music. Like, it wasn't, for me, there wasn't enough like couple salsa. Do you know what I mean? Not enough sort of like dancing together. It was very separated and it was very up here, down here, ba. Like, I don't know. I want to see more sort of togetherness with the salsa. I loved dancing salsa back in the day, and I just wanted to see it done more like that, really. Just sort of, you know, together and traveling more. They didn't really cover much of the floor, just sort of like the first third, really, because that's where all of their props were. So they kind of had to like stay back, I suppose. But I don't know. What it lacked in traveling, they certainly made up for in clothing, because Lord have mercy, the day glow though. Graham's tan though. Graham was almost as black as me. Like, I don't even know what was going on there, but boy. I don't know. Maybe orange is the new black. I'll tell you what though, I am definitely coming for OT's booty shorts because they were fire. Like, they were just like so short, like ridiculously short. Like, you can't help but just watch her bum just doing this constantly. It was so distracting. It's like, dun, 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 dun. Honourable mentions for me are Faye and Giovanni and Stacey and Kevin. I loved Stacey and Kevin's routine. Oh my goodness. It was just so delightful and fluffy and airy, and it literally looked like they were dancing on clouds. Like, they nailed that. Absolutely beautiful. And much like Lauren, I keep saying it week after week, she's getting better and better and better. She's just rising up. Like, every week she's just on the incline constantly. Like, I'm so impressed with her, and she looks absolutely stunning. Faye and Giovanni's jive, absolutely loved it as well. I will say this though, for me personally, Giovanni kind of stole the focus, and he does tend to do that sometimes. But I think, I don't know, his kicks and flicks were just so good. Like, so good. I just kept looking to him, and I wanted to look more at her, but I kind of couldn't help it because I was just looking at his feet. They were so good. I felt that sometimes when they were separated, that, you know, the energy wasn't quite matched. Like, Faye didn't quite match Giovanni's energy, and I also felt the same with Kate and Ayesha, because when they separated, again, Ayesha was really giving it some, but Kate wasn't quite matching that. So I don't know, I think I just like to see the energies being exactly the same. Like, if one of you was here, you gotta rise up to that, for me. I'm pretty sure that I said at the beginning of this video that I don't have time to talk about everybody. I'm pretty sure I've just talked about everybody. Mind you, there's less people now, so maybe I can fit everyone in. Hey! Now we come to Best Dressed, and I have got to award it to Lauren and AJ. Oh, can we please just talk about the beautiful pastel pink? I mean, come on. It was just delightful. It was kind of like a sort of pinky lavender, and it reminded me a lot of Tangled, actually. Like, even with the whole like releasing of the lanterns and all of that, it was very sort of, you know, Tangled inspired, I felt. AJ just looks like a gorgeous little Ken doll. You know, it looks absolutely stunning, and I would have never have thought of putting pink and tan together, but I was totally here for it. I thought that they looked absolutely gorgeous. I love the way that Lauren's dress moved as well. It was very flowy, and it just went perfectly with the dance. I loved it. So there you have it, guys. That is today's Strictly Sliced. I hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have got any opinions on what I have said, then please do drop me a comment below. I really want to know who your best, worst and best dressed people were. So yeah, make sure that you guys let me know in the comment section, and of course I will jump in there with you, have a little chit chat. Next week it's Blackpool week, so you know, big things are happening. All right, they tend to go all out when it comes to Blackpool. I'm excited. Hopefully you're excited as well. I will see you guys next week. If you enjoyed this video, then please don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss another video. Take care, guys, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.